Well, hello, hello, hello. You've made it. TGIF. Happy Friday night, Delco
Sup,
After
bitches?
Dark. You made it, DQOMers. You've got Frankie Biscuits, Carl the Kid Park, and Michael Scandal will join us a little later on in the episode. Thanks for joining us. Special guest coming up a little later in the second segment. We have a patty, just not the patty.
It's a patty because apparently they come in 6-packs these days.
So stick around for our special guest, Patty O Furniture.
I love that name. That's a great name.
How you doing, Carl? Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. How you doing? How's
Good, man.
How was well, it feels like we were just talking like a day or two ago. Oh wait, we were. Pretty good. It's going pretty good. I don't really have any plans for the 4th of July after all of my, hey, join us for, and I think I even like promoted it as such. Join us for our 4th of July special show, and I was like, I didn't really have anything to promote. How about you? Are you doing anything this on 4th?
Oh yeah, not really. You know, might hit up a farmer's market in the morning, but other than that,
well, that goes without saying. Give me a little more volume on your mic, if
okay,
on your output for me. Thank you. I just like to make him like
1 2 check. Hey,
run around.
He's so peppy, I'm gonna die.
All right, I think that's cool. Well, they will certainly let us know. I'm going to turn off my air conditioner. I know you can't hear it, but I feel. See, I'm going to go for a run now.
We'll wait for Carl to get back. I don't want to talk without him. I'll miss out on the conversation. Here it comes.
Okay. Oh, see, now it's instantly like 1,000 degrees.
My eyes, the goggles do nothing.
So I don't think I'm going to be seeing any fireworks tomorrow. I mean, I'm sure there's fireworks somewhere, but
a lot are canceled. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I hear them every night. I just,
I don't know if you hear fireworks. You probably hear M80s everywhere. Oh, that's
Something.
right. That's right. It's the 4th of July, which means that we have our, maybe Mike's got one too. We have our perhaps terrible 4th of July stories, and I'm sure our audience does too, because everyone knows. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just unique. That's what Mom said. Everyone's got like a terrible 4th of July story of something getting blown up. But we'll save those for later in the show when Mike gets here. Because Mike is due here. He will be here before too long. But he's over
in transit.
He is. Well, he was doing some whole food stuff because he's got not just some of the foods, whole food. You know what? I don't really have a joke for that.
Not just half food in it. He's whole food in it.
There you go. That's exactly it.
Something like that. Anyway, yeah. But today was a good day for me, though. What were you up to today? Would you do anything?
Me? Not so much. What did I do today? I got the porch painted. Like I know you were doing some stuff down in the basement too. I got the porch painted.
Painting as well. I painted the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had paint all over my face.
Yeah, oh yeah, I did too. We got sanded down and got the porch done, and hopefully we'll do some. Maybe we'll do some like podcasts and stuff from back there, like a central space and like a little. Nice. I'll have like my hand sonic back there, and a little sound system. We'll do some like some real time gigging. It'll be fun. But I got drapes for it, this is terribly exciting, I know. But the big part of the day, which unfortunately is didn't happen, was if we ever did the top 5, I'm not going to hit it, of our best hoagie places. My number 1 is Mike and Emma's down in Ridley Park. They are the best hoagies, in my opinion, in Delco. So I did all these other little things, but the anchor to it was going to Mike and Emma's, and I drove by and they were closed. I guess they were closed because it's like kind of a holiday, even though it's not, but it is. So that took the wind out of my sails. So even though I was victorious with most of my other stuff, the failure of that made me sad.
Yeah, a lot of places are closing down for like the whole 4th of July weekend. Crazy. But I guess that's what happens. Dog days of summer come around,
Yeah. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to say, hey, I want to say hi to the people. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Hey, Ed. Lisa, especially, we got to, I'm like her manager at this point. I'm like, hey, tomorrow, at the farmer's market, got to be there. Everybody, I expect to run into a bunch of of dad guys there. Like, I don't know if you're going. I'm going to be there. Jill and I are going to be there. I think you're going to try and make it. I know.
I'm going to do my darndest, and yeah, like I said, I've got nothing to do, so
And I think Mark's going. I don't know who else is, but hopefully it'll be like we'll all be. It'll be like Dad by Daylight, which is weird. Hey Ed, how you doing? And Mary's here too. Mary, love to see you. Always great to see you. You're so supportive. And Jim, we had Jim on the show. Yeah, Jim, you are the one, our highest viewed show ever. With Jim, we got I can't remember the number, but it was through the roof. We've got to have him back. He's like Definitely. A ratings bonanza.
Love Jim. Love you, Jimmy.
And Melissa, of course, and Ari coming over from New Jersey. Great. And if I missed anyone, then I will make up for it later, I suppose.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't think I'm doing any fireworks tomorrow, but I was never a big fireworks fan. And once you work at Longwood Gardens, I've never told that story before. But once you see the fireworks at Longwood with like the music combined with the fountains combined with the fireworks, once you see that, it's like nothing else is going to ever come close.
Nope.
Now, and we used to go on the top of the conservatory. If we didn't actually have a gig that night, like if we worked all day setting the shit up, and then we were off for the night, and we decided we were allowed to just stay and watch them. Sometimes I probably shouldn't even tell this. We would climb up to the inside to the top of the conservatory and sit on the roof and watch everything. And that's where you want to fucking watch it. They were amazing up there.
Nice.
But once, like I said, once you've seen it, you're like, this is the greatest thing ever. But I have a button for that, but I'm not being able to find it. So anything else is like, man, whatever. Some bottle rockets.
I mean, like I said, I normally go to the Clifton Heights one, but I don't go every year. I don't go, I don't have to go all the time. It's the same darn show every time. Things go boom, they light up in the sky. What I got to see,
Delco before noon. So Ed's saying Delco before noon. It's an old Marillion line. It's like, I think Delco after dark, or whatever we call ourselves. Dad, Delconians by daylight is it's very rare. I think we're allergic to it.
Or we could call it a Delco quarantine open mic reunion, but we're not reunion. It's just a union. It's the first. I mean, it's so weird. Like, what the heck's going on here? A union. Yeah, it'll probably be I'm assuming. I mean, for us to come together to like support Lisa, it'll probably be the biggest. Like gravity. Of Delconian of dads since any of this started. Yep, everybody will be wearing their masks.
Oh yeah, I gotta remember to make Delco After Dark T-shirts. Mark keeps reminding me of that. I keep forgetting to do it.
I'll put it on the list of things to do.
Speaking of a list of things to do, how about that for a segue? We have a new segment. And I wish maybe I'll break it out later in the show when Mike gets here, because I'm excited to show it. But I gotta wait. It's a new segment. I'll wait for Mike because he'll be appreciative of it.
Definitely excited to see it. I've heard about it.
Yep.
It sounds great. It sounds awesome.
Yes,
right? But
it does have sound. You don't
really know until But if it fails, it'll still be good, right? Yeah, that's how these things work.
Oh yeah, even if it's terrible, it's gonna be something to watch. And of course, we got it's the Friday night, so I'm assuming we got some people playing post show like 12:30. I don't know the list yet, but you and Michael keep an eye on that, and we'll make sure that we pimp those guys out like 12:30, 1:30, and maybe it's going to be one of us. Who knows? Maybe even I'll break out the guitar. It's a strange moon event, so maybe even I'll even play. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I mean, I like to give people the other chance. I saw those spots open, so let it be open. Same thing, like with the Mummers and others open mic that I've been doing every Thursday night.
That's a great one.
Man, the talent is fantastic. And
Jim drums up the shit.
Oof. And just let the list fill up. If there's a spot, I'll take whatever. I'd rather have a little later spot that way. I'm always working in the basement. I got to shower up and tune up and get ready. So give me like the 9 o'clock. I think I got a 9:15.
I never tune my guitar. I always forget to tune my guitar. I get into that first song and I'm like, oh fuck. I mean, it's not terrible, especially for a 12-string. It's kind of amazing. It stays in tune. But I always forget to tune it up. I'm like, it'll work. And then because you're working on all this other shit. The mic's got to get right, the camera, and then all this other shit, especially when you're bouncing through Streamlabs and all this other bullshit. And then all of a sudden, that's right. I actually have to like play notes and shit.
Yeah, so much stuff to do. Yeah. I was I was playing a little. Actually, I had a real life, almost like a real life gig earlier tonight. I was playing in front of some people in media. I went to visit Jim Tauscher over at the Sterling Pig. The Pig.
How was it? How was it at the Pig?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I got a seat, pretty much front row, and yeah, there were just people social distancing and hanging out. I think Sammy Vile, Tom Curtis, saw Josh there. And yeah, we were just hanging and drinking some beers. Had a couple snufflers, and I think I had a pulled pork sandwich.
What's a snuffler?
Snuffler is the best way to describe it is a Delco IPA. It's a like a blue collar IPA. Like if you like Bell's Too Hard, it is my favorite IPA, hands down. It's like a very white collar IPA. The Snuffler is like a blue collar IPA. It's still good, but it's not, as fancy or, not as much marketing that goes into it as well. It's, but Sterling Pig, it's one of their brews that they brew up and can, and it's one of their more popular beers. That and the Citra, I think, are very popular over there.
Well, they've only got their, am I wrong in thinking they've only got their own beers, or do they have other, primarily?
So. Yeah, I believe so. You might be able to get like a Miller Lite. I'm not sure, but yeah, they do all their own brewing there on premises. Yep.
Yeah, because I remember when they first opened, jeez, feels like just yesterday, but I think we're coming on like 10 years. It's been a while. It's been there for a fucking while. Maybe 5 years. I don't know. But I remember I went there and was like, yeah, I'll have I'm having one right now, actually. I'll have a rum and Coke. And they looked at me sideways. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? They only was like, no, we brew our own beers and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think they have any alcohol behind the parts. Yeah, I don't think they have any. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, Jim played 4 to 7. I'm sure he was sweating his ass off.
Dude, I can't imagine. Dude,
he said he tried to pick up a fan at Home Depot, but the line was too busy. Oh man, poor guy.
I'll tell you what. I didn't even think of that. I have a Ryobi fan downstairs that runs off of the batteries for your. For your,
I have all their tools. Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I have a really nice boombox by them. They gave me it free when I bought. I got the drill and this and that, and then they're like, "Well, here you get this free," and it's this really super nice stereo boombox that's Bluetooth, and I use that every night to play like a rainstorm behind me. It's the only way I can sleep. It's the only way I can make the voices go away. That and the alcohol. No, I'm just.
Yeah, but it was a little hot, but like I said, I showed up at about 6 o'clock, and it was pretty cool by then. His last set, he played a little bit, and then he opened up the stage because he was really only contracted to play until 7. But Tom always plays an extra hour. Jim was trying to do the same thing, and he just let everybody else play the extra hour. Tom, Sammy, me, we were all there. It was pretty cool.
That's cool. So you got to play a little bit.
I got some in real life. I haven't heard applause in forever. I had applause. I was what the heck is that?
Oh, see, I was just looking for applause. I gotta. There it goes. There it goes.
I was playing a few tunes.
See if it goes on. I needed another one to stop it. I don't think
you might see me there. Yeah, you might see me. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta continue, but planting the seed, like I always do.
Well, eventually, someday, I honestly don't know when. Someday we'll all be out again doing plowing our trade or whatever that's called. I forget. But until then, we still have this. This is fun.
It's okay.
Well, and it's also, we talked about this not too long ago, that it's like, we can support each other. I didn't know any. I knew you and I have known each other for a decade, but most of these people I didn't know before a couple months ago. Okay. I got to turn that off.
We get to meet. I've met so many people on quarantine. It's funny. You're really supposed to be secluded, and I'm over here, on the internet talking to people all over the world, Vietnam and all kinds of crazy places, but, quarantine's one of those things, even though we're going into this green phase and things are a little transitioning, it's still a lot of uncertainty out there. It's still and a lot of these businesses are still trying to figure out how to operate.
Tell me about it.
Home Depot, obviously they've been figuring it out for 100 days now. All these big conglomerates, they had the benefit of all that time. And these little guys, they got to catch up, and it stinks to to watch them struggle. You know, it's sad. It really is.
Dude, Cirque du Soleil, not that I was a huge fan, but I got nothing against them. But Cirque du Soleil filed for bankruptcy. You know, it's just like, damn. I mean, some people just couldn't, you know, especially in the entertainment industry. I mean, Broadway's not opening until 2021.
Broadway's pretty much shut down. They pretty much furloughed, laid off everybody except for maybe the C-suite over there. You know, it's like, it's terrible. There are commercials. I have friends. I have a friend over in Pittsburgh who's like, I'm local 8 here, but I forget the name of the local over there that runs the TV video side of it, or the movies. But he's not. They're not filming anything out there. I think he worked on a show called Manhunter or I forget what it's called, but I don't think they're working. You know, I don't know a whole lot of people. That one thing that Patty went to, the Disco Biscuits thing. Over at the I could hit a moment over at the Citizens Bank Park. I mean, there were like maybe half a dozen union guys there, but you know, out of 47,000 gigs across the country, there's like 6. So yeah, it's dark times. The Empire's here. Dark times. Yeah, Jack, guys, just be safe. You know, if you can wear masks, you know, I would do it. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. You know. I kind of felt weird playing Jim's guitar, but you know, I just made sure to sing. And we were talking about that the other day, and singing into a mic. You know. Yeah, I just made sure to like wash my hands as best as I could afterwards. You know, I'm gonna have to start carrying around a little bottle of hand sanitizer. I'm gonna become that person. Well,
also probably. I mean, if you're gonna end up, let's face it, sooner or later you're going to host an open mic. It's in your blood, boy. It's what you do. It's what you've been trained.
Got nothing else going on right now. I got to do something to keep me busy, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna have like a bottle, not a bottle, but like one of those things with the wipes, and you're just gonna like, if they don't bring their mic, and you're just gonna be wiping it down, or maybe you're gonna get like a thing like this so that they can't possibly touch the mic, you know?
Yeah,
so
well, I'll make it. They're gonna bring their own mic, you know. It's gonna be a BYO.
No, that's ideally, but you're gonna run across people that don't. It's just gonna. They're gonna come in,
and I'm gonna give them the one mic that I don't use, you know,
well, theoretically, we could probably sell them. You could probably like go there with like 2 extra 58s and then like upcharge them 50%. Be like, hey, listen, it's like popcorn at the movies. You could have brought your own, but if you're gonna buy one of my mics, a Frankie special, and then you hand it for like, you know, like a Walmart, like $3 mic. We're up on a break and we have a guest. So why don't we take a break?
Yep.
Drag in the guest, and we will see you guys in a couple minutes.
Stay tuned.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Delco After Dark. I've been fighting some grizzly bears in the woods and going through the desert for the past couple days, so I haven't been around. But I'm back and ready to annoy you all.
Oh, you don't annoy. You enjoy.
Oh.
That was a
People
mic.
caught my late night set the other night at like 4:20 a.m.
Did you just said it fourth? You
I
really
caught
did?
that one. That was on Socially Distant, right?
I did one on both, but yeah, you were on. I think you were on for both. I think I saw you on there. Yeah, it was fun.
I don't know how I was still up, but I was,
That's the thing. If you're up, you're up. Like I had to do it did inventory that night, and I had a lot of caffeine, so I got done work at like what 4, and then I got home, and I was riling to go. My heart was still thumping.
Wow.
it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it played really well too.
At 4:20, no, dude, I'm becoming like an old man again. Well, I'm not becoming. I am an old man. I've slowly been trying to get my clock back to regular, so that's why you don't really see me much after 2:00 these days. Although in the early parts of this, I'd be there, up until 6 or 7 in the morning with y'all.
I feel like my it's always been bad. It's still bad.
That's crazy. So I'm glad. Oh, I see. Well, you know what? We got a guest. Let's bring him in.
Somebody at the door?
Somebody, wait. I think I have it knocking. Give me a second.
I hope it's stuff I can put on my deck.
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in.
Somebody's knocking at the door.
Are they delivering things for your deck?
They do. Hey!
Oh,
There's
shit.
the patio furniture I ordered.
We need no sound.
It's connecting. It says connecting
Oh, is it?
to audio.
Oh, he's connected.
Oh, now he's muted.
Oh, he's muted.
Now he's muted. Not by me.
You gotta unmute yourself. Bottom left. I think. It's bottom left. Yeah, tap the screen and then.
Let's imagine what he's saying. I think he's saying how great. Oh wait, now.
There it is, yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm good.
Welcome.
How you
Welcome
guys
to
doing?
Delco.
Yeah. I've never
Okay.
left. I was born here and I never try to leave.
You're a Springfield guy, right?
Yes, also Upper Darby Township as well. So a little bit of both.
Nice.
2 different addresses growing up. So yeah. Once a Bonner, so I'm a good guy. Good
Oh, that's
dude.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thanks for joining us, Mr. O Furniture.
You got it, man. Like I said, I'm just being safe. If anybody, you guys get too close, I'm gonna keep this back on, but
Keep it back.
I'll take it off right now.
I appreciate it. I appreciate.
Yeah,
your,
that's the rule. If you're
Well,
outside, yeah.
My
Yeah, wrap
my wife's a nurse, so wear those things, please, so she can stop working like insane hours and dealing with stuff that no one could even imagine. So yeah, everybody be
But
safe.
I don't want to wear it because this is America, and I don't want to wear it.
Everybody love everybody. Wear your damn mask. That's all I'm asking.
It
And wash
sucks.
your hands.
Just
or,
do
like,
it.
don't sneeze on people. It's pretty simple. Like this isn't a hard one,
Yeah, I mean, I wear the thing like 8+ hours a day. I forget I have it on anymore, but people don't want to go into a store for 10 minutes with it on. They complain. I'm just like, are we babies? Is that level of babies that we are at right now? Because like, it's people's lives.
Yeah, it's to me it's simple. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it or something. I don't know. But it's just here we go. That's it. All right, and we're out.
Wow.
And this is designer too. I got it on this very special website called Amazon. So I got like 8 or 9 of these things.
They sell
I like
books.
it.
They sell books on that, don't they?
You could also do as a headband, which is nice. I look like the dude, the guy from Bruce Springsteen's band who was on The Sopranos. I like to pretend that I'm that dude sometimes. Steve Van something. Steve.
Yeah.
Van Zandt? Stevie Van Zandt?
Van Zandt,
That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad everybody's practicing good mask etiquette. You know, that's important in this day and age. But, you know, we're really here to talk about music, Mr. O'Furniture. So, you know, tell me a little bit about kind of what you've been doing. I've been catching some of your open mic sets, your virtual sets have been pretty cool.
What I've been doing is trying to play stuff that I think I try to balance a weird act where I try to do stuff that people won't entirely reject, but that hopefully they don't hear all the time. And that's to me, it's such a fine line, because I do have, you know, a variety of tastes, and I know it's very cliche. I try to listen to everything. And I have a bunch of kids, and I try to listen to what they're listening to, even all the way, you know, back to the stuff that my dad would play for me and stuff like that. So I try to find a place. Obviously, you know, people want to hear Wagon Wheel a million times when you're actually out.
And they ask they ask for the Darius Rucker song.
I don't that one. I'm like, you mean All Right? Because that's a pretty good tune. And they're like, no, you know what I mean. So I know that you have to do that. You know, I played JT Brewski's post quarantine. I got to play there twice recently. Yeah, which was really cool. But I had to play Wagon Wheel twice. So I do that. But I also try to throw in what I mean is whatever I can. You know, sometimes I was thinking about like 2 gigs ago, I was thinking about a song. About halfway through, I was like, got one of those feelings like I really shouldn't have done this, and I really wish I could get out of it. But at that point, I couldn't. So you kind of have to. My brother's wedding song was "Head Over Feet" by Alanis Morissette, and I don't know if I practiced it late night one night and thought it sounded good, but by the second verse, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. This is a bad idea. And, you know, it was something else, something that, you know, it's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, you know, I just try to play whatever I can find. And I try to find it, you know, kind of inspirations from all over the place. I just started, and I didn't tell the crowd because I don't want to get booed, but I just started putting some of my own songs in there too. But
cool.
my whole strategy is I'm not going to tell them that I wrote them, right? And then we'll see if they stand out. Like if they really are indifferent to them, maybe I'll do something about that. But if not, I'm just going to keep adding one kind of each time. So yeah, I mean, and that's the upside of the quarantine is, you know, obviously had a lot of time to write stuff and you know, try different songs. And I was recording a lot of stuff on YouTube too. But I kind of dropped off on that. I made like 100 videos. I tried to make at least one a day. And some days it was up to like 5 videos. And then my 11-year-old son, he created a Fortnite player page. And within about a week, he had as many subscribers to his YouTube channel. And that completely crushed all my enthusiasm. Don't get me wrong, he's good at that, and I got to, you know, my hats off to him on that.
It's the hot thing right now. I mean, music's a very saturated market. It's been around forever. You know, it
is. I just couldn't. You know, he was like, I just got a subscriber. I'm like, oh, I literally have to pay my family to listen to my version of "Possession" by Sarah McLachlan, which again was one of those I shouldn't have done it.
Great song though. Love that song. That song was actually a letter that some weird guy sent to her. That she didn't write the lyrics to that. Yeah, he kind of sent her that. And the minute you know that's what happened, and you listen to it, you're like, this is fucking creepy.
Sense. Yeah, that's good. I mixed that with oh my gosh, what's the video from the '90s where the very attractive girl is running on the beach? It's like a black and white video. Chris something.
It's Chris Isaac. It's
all right, so they're kind of the same chords. So I mixed them together. I think that that would be a great combination, but it wasn't. And yeah, but I can't even get dislikes on my videos, which, you know, I would even settle for at this point. So yeah, but it was good though. At least it made me practice every day.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a fun thing about quarantine.
And I've been trying to do the open mics like every 2 weeks. Just, you know, I don't have, you know, enough original stuff, so I don't really want to play Wagon Wheel every week. But you know,
well, I think I think we met over at the Red Iron Pub. I think
Oh, I see. Yeah.
that was
Oh,
our
yeah,
first
I met you too.
encounter, and Scandal was there, of course.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, I always remember you playing a wide variety of music. I mean, I do the same thing. My covers range from about the mid 1950s to today. And I
Yeah.
know you're about the same way, but I mean,
Yeah.
you'll play something and I'll be like, whoa. And then, I mean, you'll do the same thing with my songs too. And I do the
Yeah.
same thing with Carl's songs. So it's cool to get and you're, the one thing I like about you, Patty, is you always bring a very cool crowd. You always have an entourage of at least a half a dozen people, if not more. And they're all cool. They just want to party and listen and drink and music. It's there's just
I pay pretty well. That's what the deal is. So, yeah, usually it's siblings and, a couple work friends or something like that. But
got the entourage though. It
dude,
means a lot.
I missed that Red Iron, man. That was
that was a great
awesome.
night.
It was right around the corner from my house. It was awesome. I even played there after it became an Indian restaurant in front of the Indian buffet. And I'll have to find a picture and kind of share that with you.
Wow.
You were like, here's my song,
I
and
was
please
literally
try
set
the
up
naan.
right next to like the Tiki Masala station.
Yeah.
And they didn't take it down when like it was just like it was open mic night, except that there was a buffet station around you. But it was great. I mean, they were great people, and I thought Springfield was ready for an Indian restaurant. I don't know. Maybe it's just the Pike, but I don't know. How's Faux Street doing? Is Faux Street doing okay? Has anybody been there?
I've had people that have went there that have liked it. I don't really eat that
I've only
type of
heard
food.
great things about that.
Yeah, they liked it. So.
Yeah. So I was hoping that, the Pike was actually going to have some really good food. And, I went there and it ate and everything, but it didn't last. So
Yeah, it was just too quick of a change. You call it an American pub and then you just decide to serve another menu worth of Indian food. It just, but that couple, I think that family bought that place as a pair. They bought it as the hotel and the restaurant together. The hotel was making plenty of money. They had a contract from the Philadelphia airport. The restaurant, they just couldn't figure out what to do with it.
Yeah. I think
I
we
would
could
love to.
Yeah, I mean, it could be another all ages venue. Make it like a little restaurant, all ages. Have the under 18. You got to sit at the table.
What was the one that was down by Faux Street? Is that Timothy's? Was it Timothy's at one point? I think it had like 3 or 4 different names, but
was it called Spectators at one point
yes,
too?
It was. Yeah.
Man, yeah, that place was like in and out. Like, I mean, it never. Faux Street, I think, has been the longest running thing in that joint.
Yeah. So just trying to stay busy. Have you guys been able to get any live gigs recently?
Funny enough, yeah, I was playing over at Sterling Pig earlier today with Jim Tauscher. Played in between his sets.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I mean, they're just starting to come out. And, even though I was there and I was hanging out, it wasn't 100% comfortable for me. It was still a little weird because, there's people that get drunk and they don't understand boundaries and they don't understand. You probably shouldn't shake my hand,
No, absolutely not. No. Yeah. Don't shake hands.
Like with the casinos not doing drinking, I think that's smart because then you're a little bit more clear-minded. But, you're having a good time and you just forget that we're in quarantine, still.
Yeah, people forget. The coronavirus, I forgot about that. Wait, that's a thing still?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you got to do is you just got to make sure to keep your distance. That's all. If they come at you with a hand, you just you give them the elbow and then,
You know what we all need? You know what I watched today for the first time? It's amazing. The Flaming Lips, they did the concert on Stephen Colbert, and they're all in the big bubble that the singer usually is in. And that's what we need when we go out to these gigs. We all need a big bubble to be in. I recommend watching that.
What, like a hamster bubble?
Yeah, it's like the hamster bubble. That's what he always comes out in. And everyone had it. The whole crowd, the band, all of them.
Yeah, that would work. The first time I was at JT Brewski's, the crowd I think was really unsure, and everyone was, I would say, keeping more of a distance. The second crowd in the beginning, everyone was. Towards the end, you saw a little less of that
because they were drunk.
But that's the thing. Like that's the tough part about the green phase. How do you get people to continue that? And they're JT Bruce is super clean, and they're really, enforcing everything on the inside, and they have a lot of space outside. So most of the things you saw, because they have like picnic tables outside, it's mostly good things, But again, when you have people who are inebriated, it's I can't even say that word right now, so that's not a good thing. Intoxicated, that's better. It's obviously tougher to enforce, and I was kind of curious, where to go from here. And most places I play, and I know you play, are indoors like O'Connell's.
Yes.
I wasn't sure what they were going to be able to do. I know Tom Curtis Senior played last week, but I think he was out
outside.
He was out in the street, right? Yeah,
outside. Yes.
So yeah, we'll see. I think that's what I'll be shooting for, if I can maybe get some more outside gigs. Again, like I said, living with a nurse who, in the middle of it, she'd have a day off for 113 days. So, like I said, it's as simple as, making sure we're being safe and wearing a mask when we go into Wawa, and washing hands, and, doing the elbow thing when you're out at the Sterling Pig or whatever.
And don't stop it. Yeah. Don't stop doing it, and make sure to set an example for everybody else as well, because some people need that example. Some people need a leader.
I'm certainly not going to get anybody's way of like personal freedom and all that. I'm not trying to bring that down, but I want to be able to send my kids to school in the fall. That'd be great. So I don't have to teach my daughter, who is wonderful. The first week I emailed her teacher. I was like, listen, she is so stubborn, I want to apologize. And she's like, yeah, I know. And I was trying to teach her like third grade fractions. And I'm a teacher, and I was like, this is tough. I just hope that the professional fourth grade teachers get to do that. So, if we can make that happen, that'd be great. And then we maybe can play inside again, which would be awesome.
Someday.
I don't even know many places, like, I'm going to have to cold call like the Sterling Pig soon. And I don't know anybody, it's like, hey, how you doing? My name's Patio Furniture. And the first time it's always like I have to explain why I use a stupid name and all that stuff. So
we love it though. It's great.
Yeah.
That's how I remember you.
Yeah. It was either that I was going with, it was Patio Furniture. It was Hans Gruber was one that I was thinking about, the bad guy from Die Hard. But I wasn't sure if that was going to be well received, because a lot of people maybe side more with John McClane.
I got some funny stories about your name and the Red Iron Pub, but we're going to go a break right now, Patty. Yeah. And everybody on Delco After Dark, hey guys, stick around. What are you sipping on in the comments? We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Hang out.
Oh man, see you guys.
Good. And we're back. Hey, Frankie, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
Yo.
Welcome back, Delco After Dark. Yeah, Patty, he made a quick exit, but we'll have him back on in a couple of weeks. He's a busy guy, family man. I remember him from his Red Iron Pub days, and he would call in trying to find a new owner. And I like to play. My name is Patio Furniture, and Tom Curtis and I would be sitting at the bar, and the bartender would go, "Yeah, this guy, he sounded kind of weird. His name was Patio Furniture, and he wants to play here." I'm like, "No, you want that guy. You want that guy. He's good. Music, brings a great crowd, you know." So good old Patty. Thanks, Mr. O Furniture. Thanks for having us, guys. Or thanks for having him. Or thanks. Well, he'll come back at some point. But we got something coming up, I guess, on this third segment here on Delco After Dark. What you got in your bag of tricks there, Carl?
Well, you know me, and I keep trying to add things to make it. Okay, whatever. So tonight, on tonight's show, we have a stupid game. Tonight's stupid game.
Somebody kill me!
Is, how's it you put it, Frank? You went, Wheel of Delco! So, we're going to spin.
Sounds really cool.
I know, we're going to spin. It's really stupid. You're going to see it in 1 second.
Really stupid.
It's like they're like the build up, and then you build up, and it's just like, oh, it's whatever it is. So we're going to spin the wheel of Delco, and wherever it lands, it's got every township in Delco in it. So wherever it lands, we have to come up with stories from that place. So tonight, and we can talk during this. I don't have our mics muted, so I'm going to switch to Wheel of Delco. So if you're seeing it, here's the beautiful Wheel of. I want to do a little song. Wheel of Delco. So here is the Wheel of Delco. You can't really read but maybe if you make the screen really big, you can read the names. But there's like a lot of towns in there. So I'm going to spin the Wheel of Delco, and we're going to see what we have to talk about. And some of them are easy. Some of them are tough, man. So let us spin the Wheel of Delco. Here it goes, and it's spinning. Wheel of Delco is
it's kaleidoscopic in the middle.
Going to be Aston. Okay, I think I can come up with something from Aston. Let me bring us back. It's the Wheel of Delco, people. It's what these are the jokes, people. This is what we're working with. This is what we got.
It's an easy one, fuck.
Oh yeah? If it's easy, I'll let you go first. I'll give me a second to think about stuff. What you got, Mike?
All right, no, I don't need a second. All right, so I live in Brookhaven, so I'm right down the street from Aston. So my punk band played at St. James Church, which Charlie, you guys know Charlie, he booked us at that. Well, he didn't book us at that one. My friend did. He used to book there too. But and then like CN Skate Palace, like so many freaking shows there.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, that place was crazy. Like, and so many big bands came through there, like 4 Years Strong, stuff like that. I wasn't really into that scene back then. I was more into like ska punk scene, but they'd have that too, and it's crazy. But Delco, Aston's kind of whack sometimes, but you know you gotta love it. It's got its charm. It's got its not so charm.
And there's a lot of different towns that share that one. I think it's 19014, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Whoa,
it's like twin trees or pine trees, or like, you know, if you look it up, it's like there's a ton of different names for that zip.
You got one, Frank? You want me to go?
You got to go because I got nothing. I'm blanking.
Really? Well, yeah. I think I got 2 or 3. There's a bar there on Concord Pike, which is a biker bar. I think it's a biker bar. It was a biker bar, and I can't remember much about it, but I just remember I had friends that were playing there, and we went in, and things went south real fast, and we needed to get the fuck out of there. I know that's a super vague story, but it's not across from the Dunkin' Donuts, but it's down a little bit. It doesn't look like a bar. It looks like a house, and we went in there, and somebody was looking for somebody else's husband or something, and then punches were thrown, and we're like, I don't think we even paid the check. We just like slid out the door and got the hell out of there. But that's my one Aston story. My other Aston story is I had a friend back in 1990 who he was like, hey, let's play. So I was playing some guitar, and he was playing some guitar, and I went over to his place, and I bought this keyboard. That's the one in my song where, you know, I bought a keyboard instead of a couch, and it was hanging out over at his place. It was on the main drag that gets you to 452, and he lived in these apartments, and he was from Montana, and he would always call his girlfriend his lady friend. So whenever you hear me call Jill my lady friend, it's totally from my friend Steve Minarek. But sitting there with him, I think I was like 20 years old. I was like, you know what? I think I want to play guitar. I think I want to do this. So Aston's the place where I kind of figured out that I wanted to be a musician. So that's my Aston story.
Yeah, weird. I got nothing for Aston.
Nothing?
Really.
Yeah,
I mean,
like the Dairy Queen, maybe, or like the all you can eat buffet.
I played this gig one time, but the gig was in media, and I met a girl, and she was from Aston, and it was like when I was like, man, I was like 17 years old, so it was like very long time ago. But that's all I got in terms of music connection to Aston. I mean, if you would have said Trainer, I would have said the same thing. Trainer, I mean,
oh, it's
Eddie
in there.
Stone, no.
Oh, dude, the Wheel of Doco is going to like, it could be anywhere. I mean, we could get Aston again. Wait, you want to spin it a wheel? Okay, let's everybody. Okay, we got to sing it. Okay, Frank, you do it.
Wheel of Delco.
Here we go. Watch it be Aston again. Clifton Heights. Okay, you got a Clifton Heights story. Let me think.
Definitely. But before we go to that, let's go a couple comments. Tomato pie from the guy in Aston from Ed. And then Jim said, Wolf's Superior Sandwiches, best Delco-owned media boy, Dan Wolf. I know
Yeah,
Dan
that's
is a musician.
Dan Wolf. He recorded at my studio back when I actually had a studio. Yeah. Holy shit.
He was a coffee club guy back in the day.
Dude.
But in terms of Clifton Heights, I mean, that's where I was born and raised, man. That's I used to play violin in the showroom of my dad's car lot, 501 Baltimore Pike, across from Burlington Coat Factory, where that used to be. And I used to, when I was 3 years old, my grandfather hired me on Saturdays. I'd bring my violin, I'd play the violin for tips, and then I'd run the vacuum cleaner and lock the cars at night. That was my that's how I, like I said, the two things in my life that started at an early age: cars and music. Age 3, Clifton Heights, Pennsylvania.
What you got, Mike?
I was trying to figure out where like Face the Music was in Clifton, but that's in Upper Darby. I think Clifton. I picked up my friend from her house in Clifton the other night, so that's one thing.
There you go. That's something.
And like a few members of my old band were from. Well, I think Tim is from Clifton, from my old band.
19018.
But
how do you know all the zip codes?
I don't know.
You like a savant?
I sold a lot of cars, and I wrote a lot of deal jackets with people's. I sold probably, I don't know, 3,000 cars in Delco. My dad probably sold 15,000 cars in Delco.
That's ridiculous. My only Clifton Heights, I've probably got some other Clifton Heights ones, but one of my main ones, I'm just going to go, it's not even really musical. It is sort of musical. It is the Bazaar. The Bazaar of All Nations in Clifton Heights was fucking awesome. You know, you'd roam, you'd spin it just like you do Booth's Corners. And my friend would do, my friend Steve would have organ lessons there I forget what during the summer of '83. And I'd ride over there with him and his mom, and he would like do that. And I would just wander around the Bazaar, which was appropriately named because there was some bizarre shit at the Bazaar. I mean, they were like
Bazaar
normal stores.
Of All Nations.
Yeah.
I love that.
We are
go there for a haircut and a Birdie's pretzel.
I would go to Booth's Corners for a haircut. Who do we have playing at 12:30? Because we're closing in on 12:30 pretty fast. I know we have Mark, but I have not kept up with
the lineup.
Yeah, please do.
If nobody's got that 1 o'clock, I'll take it.
Hot damn! Look at this. The dudes.
But if not, I'm not taking anything else. Probably maybe 1:30. I don't feel like getting out of this app.
Best thing is Mark so far.
Really? Then we're going to have
Mark sign me up for the 12th or the 1.
Boys taking 1. We're all going to have to play. Maybe I'll do the 1:30. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. It's
I haven't done a night set in a while.
Pizza.
But it's about that time. Wait. Oh, I haven't done it. I haven't done this for a while. Wait, where is it? Here it is. Hold on. There we go. Here it comes. There it is. Oh, it's the mic moment. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love that one. That's one of the only songs I actually stole. The rest are all mine or Patty's and stuff, but that one I stole from Dragon Ball because it's so epic. All right, Mike, you got like a minute. You got like a minute and 30 seconds. What you got?
That's all my good songs are a minute and 30 seconds long. Oh, we spin the wheel of the go today. we found out that Essen's okay.
Oh my.
We had some patio furniture today, and our butts were really comfortable. Sorry I haven't been on the show very much. I miss you guys. But we are going to watch Mark Colvin in a couple seconds or less. So tune in, drop out, take some acid, and drink some Sprite.
He took us right up to the wall. Say goodnight, guys.